6 years in the NFL, Carolina, New York, Kansas City, and Minnesota. And is now does he do a podcast? Is that what it is?
He does a podcast. I think it's called Jim Schwartz is Smarter Than You.
It's called Jim Schwartz or Geoff Schwartz?
Sorry, Geoff Schwartz. Geoff Schwartz.
Yeah.
I got Jim Schwartz on the mind.
Yeah, dude, me too. I've had Schwartz on the mind for a while. Dude,
the Schwartz is strong with us.
I can't, I got to tell you, I didn't know I had such an affinity for Schwartz until he could have been mine, you know?
Yeah, well.
Ours, really. But
we'll see what happens here.
But I was tantalized by that. But I'm down with Raheem. I'll ride with Raheem, dude.
As you should. I mean, the familiarity there is fantastic between him and Kyle. But it sounds like, we'll play it later, Todd Monken, not really like, I'm waiting on Jim Schwartz. Like, I'm ready to move here. I'm ready to be the head coach of this football team.
I think Schwartz is like that, too.
Yeah.
I think Schwartz is like, I'm ready to go. I'm not the one holding this up.
So
Haslam's the one holding this up.
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if Jim Schwartz, maybe your Raiders DC, but Jay Glazer telling people today that Max Crosby is done with the Raiders.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. I saw Glazer walking around here earlier.
Yeah, he said that he's done, and I could see David in the corner going, he's going to come here. No, don't get your hopes up, everybody.
We got more breaking news, or that was the
no,
late,
that was me. That was me saying that. We'll see. I mean, Jay Glazer.
It was so breaking. It happened before the show, and I just hadn't heard about it. It's breaking news to me. I was like, wow.
No,
so Mason Crosby says he wants out. He says, I want nothing to do. Max Crosby's. Hey, there's Guy Haberman. He's not waving back. I tried to wave.
He's big time now.
Yeah, he's big time in us now.
San Fran.
Big Niner broadcaster. Anyway, Geoff Schwartz.
Touchdown Niners. Touchdown Niners. Touchdown Niners.
Yeah, that is how. It says it 3 times in case you missed it, any of the first
Yeah,
two.
and then boom, a touchdown appears. It's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, you say it 3 times in a bathroom, and then Juwan throws a touchdown to McCaffrey.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't get over how. I mean, I can't project it, but how Haslam thinks about this when he goes to hire Monken. Like, he knows it's going to piss off Schwartz, right?
I think he was hoping that. Dude,
I know what he was
I honestly think that he's like, he's old, you're old, come on.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, just because you're a couple of old guys. But, I mean, like, when he talked to Monken about it, did he say to Monken, Schwartz,
yes,
we want Schwartz to be the guy?
100%.
And Monken said, okay, I'm down with that if he's down to be here.
I think that was the case for everybody they interviewed. So now it's where Jim Schwartz was playing it close to the vest, be like, I'm not telling you what I think if I don't get the job. So now he's like, well, screw you guys. I'm not helping Todd Monken. I'm not helping anybody out.
Well, what do you think? How do you think this plays out? Does he ultimately just get more money?
No, I think that they want to do that. But I think that Monken, we'll play it later, but Monken pretty much said today, like, I didn't take this job because of Jim Schwartz. I took this job because I wanted to be head coach of the Cleveland Browns. I took it because Myles Garrett is a future Hall of Famer. So when I was the offensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens last year, I wasn't chipping Jim Schwartz. I was chipping Myles Garrett. So I think they're just going to move on. They'll find somebody else at D.C., and Jim Schwartz will get to pick who he wants to go to, but slim pickings right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just – if I'm Monken, and we'll hear from him later in the Sound Soiree, like if I'm Monken and he seems like he's ready to just move on, he just wants the situation to come to an end. But I think that's what Schwartz wants too. I think Jim Schwartz just wants this thing to end.
Well,
and
from one Schwartz to another.
I don't think he wants to be in Cleveland anymore. He's made that clear. And I don't know that enough money is going to change that. I don't know if they can just
probably not.
They can buy him out. Well, our next guest is sitting down from one Schwartz. We're talking Jim to another, and Geoff Schwartz, Sirius XM Radio. Geoff Schwartz is Smarter Than You podcast.
Yes.
Dude, we've interviewed you many times before
on the
phone. Great to have you, bro.
Glad to be here. Are we talking Giants baseball?
We can.
Yeah.
I've been saying all week, and I said it all day today.
Are the signings any good? I have so much football right now. I just see the ticker like Giants signed so-and-so. The problem is that those evil bums down south, what are you going to do, man?
Yeah, I know.
Well,
that's why you don't compare, though.
They're going to have a long lockout. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, eventually.
I don't know if Buster's just waiting it out.
How can you can't spend that? I mean, it's impossible to spend that much money unless your ownership allows you to do so. And they have they have a sweetheart TV deal from the
DirecTV deal. They got was $1 billion deal when they first signed it.
I think they get like $300 million a year in TV that no one else gets, or some insane number like that. So it's just the playing field. But you're 1 out away, Toronto. Come on.
Yeah,
dude, I mean, unbelievable. The play at the plate. Will Smith barely coming off the plate, then coming back on to get that.
I'm
out.
of the opinion though that on that specific play, if the ball beats the runner home, and the catcher's foot is like around home plate.
That's the neighborhood. That's the old neighborhood play at second base where it's like, did the guy tap the bag? He was a shovel to second.
You're out.
We know he was out.
The point of replay is not, in my opinion, to fix that type of play.
No.
So if they would have overturned that, I probably would have. I mean, I would have been happy, but I would have been like, that's probably the wrong call.
No, I hear you.
So, I mean, from afar, I would say the moves don't do any. Like, we've been talking about this with – it was Harrison Bader for center field and then Luis Arias they signed. I think both guys are improvements over what they had. One guy's going to help defensively. One guy's going to help a team that was bottom 5 in hits last year and putting the ball in play. But none of these should move anybody a ton. They're kind of stopgap guys.
Well, Luis was a 1-year deal, right?
So
Bader's
1 year, $12 million.
Bader's a 2-year deal, but he struck out like 135 times.
They got to rebuild the farm system, though, too. That's the problem. It's like that's the championships they won. They would add a free agent piece, Hunter Pence here and there, but like it was all the core guys, all guys they drafted.
Yeah. There was very few free agents except for 10. In 2010, they'd had more free agents, but then after that,
but a lot of those guys were all like that year they weren't supposed to win.
No. They had Mark DeRosa on left field.
Aubrey Huff was, and then he turned into whatever he is now on social media. He was the first baseman. What's his face? Hit 2 home runs against Roy Halladay. Like you're like
Cody Ross got picked up off waivers just to block the Padres too. They weren't even trying.
You're oh sure, hit 2 home runs against Roy Halladay. Why not?
Now you're from Southern California, aren't you?
Yeah.
So where did your Giants fan?
My dad's from Santa Rosa.
Oh, okay.
So that's why.
Nice.
So I grew up a Niners, Giants fan. Basketball, I grew up a Lakers fan.
Okay.
Because a couple reasons. One is the Warriors were pretty bad for most of my dad's life.
They were irrelevant for the most part.
Most of my dad's life. They won the one championship, and he was in college. And then he just hated the Lakers. He was a Celtics fan for the most part because they were the team that was being the Lakers. And we had some tickets to the Lakers at the Forum. So I went to a ton of Lakers games as a kid. I think he just was like, I don't really care about basketball as much. Like, be a Lakers fan all you want.
Yeah.
I went to Dodger games. I just never wanted to be a Dodger fan. So that's
I like that. That's
sometimes the way it works.
Yeah, he raised you right, dude.
He did. Yeah.
So what's your reaction when you see that the first ever college coach become a major league manager in Tony Vitello?
People I know at Tennessee love him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's a bold decision, right?
Yeah.
It's either going 1-2 ways, right? Really great or terrible. Probably not in the middle.
No.
If you're trying to play baseball in a newer way, which it seems like the sport is going. I don't even know what that means. That's a good hire, right? I would imagine because the way Tennessee played, the way he thinks about the game is younger. Well, look, on the NFL side, we're going younger everywhere.
Yeah.
Like all the coaches are younger. They're all younger now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And maybe that's just the way to go. As you connect with the players now, the younger players have a little different. The Gen Z guys, a little different vibe. Younger coaches tend to bond with that a little bit better. Maybe it's outside the box thinking that maybe helps you get a certain way. Maybe it's a different way to motivate guys. And so it's certainly a big swing. And if it works, it's going to be great. I think if it doesn't, I think it will be spectacularly bad.
Yeah. The optics. I just thought the optics were really funny. Like the Dodgers win their second. Ohtani's hitting like 3 homers in World Series games. He's getting outs on the mound. I mean, the guy's a baseball god. He's the best player we've ever seen. And then the Giants are like, let's get this guy who's never managed before. I got an idea, dude. Let's do something. I mean, which maybe you gotta. I mean, maybe we were going this way anyway.
Right.
Like this sounds like I don't know. Maybe a baseball fans don't like it but like I don't know what like. Do you need manager experience to be a manager? Like, do you need you need experience. I think with how you manage the bullpen and you manage, play time potentially over a long season. You manage personalities, obviously.
Right, it's a grind.
But maybe this is what you need—a young guy that just loves the grind of everyday baseball. I don't know if you need a seasoned manager to win in baseball. I mean, Roberts has been there forever, obviously, but remember for the longest time he could never win, and people knocked him for that year after year.
Yeah. Yeah, we see with Kyle Shanahan all the time. I think it's the same in football, though, too. I think you've got to, like, if you're a play-calling head coach, like Kyle Shanahan is, we're talking to Geoff Schwartz here at Radio Row, like he said to us one time, because I was talking to him about how you learn to manage late-game clock. Because it's not something you can practice. You can have philosophy, and you've got analytics guys who are telling you what we should do here, but you've got to make that decision. He said it's such a huge jump going from OC, where you're a play caller, to the head coach, where you've got to manage everything. And so I think we're seeing a lot of CEO head coaches, guys who are just in charge of it all and delegating the work. Sirianni's done that to great success, seemingly. And then I think we're getting guys who are just giving the defense to somebody and saying, go manage that team.
So I think the best way to do it is if you're an offensive coach is you want to find a defensive guy that can be the head coach of the defense.
Exactly.
Right.
And is the way that seems to be the best way. I mean, look, it really unlocked Andy Reid, right? When Andy Reid went to Spagnuolo, it was like, you do defense, I do offense, and it does feel like that is how the best play callers are doing it now, right? They have I play with both types of coaches, right? Offensive coaches typically at practice are just with the offense. Like, anybody's calling plays. He's not watching defense during practice. Now, if it's a team period, he is, of course. And Spags runs the defense. Like, you do defense, right? Defense coaches tend to walk around practice more often and take a peek at everything. So I think that's why the hire of Morris makes sense, right? Like, he's going to run the defense. I run the offense. Now, of course, the game management stuff. I think we're too harsh on coaches for that stuff. I probably am guilty of this too. It takes time to learn how to do it.
Yeah, there's no way to practice it.
And they happen so fast. And I wonder, though, if we're moving to, like, kicking more field goals next year. A lot of games were lost this year by choosing to go for a fourth down. I'm sort of pro go for it all the time, but I do wonder if there's a little bit of pushback because of how many close games there were this year that seemingly were lost because the team didn't take 3 points.
Sean Payton in the AFC Championship game. I mean, it was a little too aggressive, I thought, with the backup quarterback, but
there was snow in the forecast. It wasn't supposed to be that windy, I don't think. Like, it was not supposed to be that bad. But, you go up 10-0, and the game probably plays out a lot differently. But to be fair, if you score, the game might be over.
Yeah, I hear that too.
That's the thing is, like, it's so funny when you watch the games and it says, like, 4th and 2, and it's that box always says go on the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
It never says no, because if you get a first down, your game probability of winning increases every time. Like, of course it says go for it every time.
Right.
So Sean Payton, the problem with Sean Payton was I didn't like the play call. The play call was like, there's like 4 plays you run that situation with the backup quarterback. They run one of the 4 plays. Just a better play would have been, I think, the better option there.
No, you're probably right. So as far as this matchup in the Super Bowl, I think Bay Area fans, 49er fans, are kind of preparing for a Seahawks victory. How do you see the matchup? And really for me, like, how do you see the Patriots offensive line going up against the Seahawks front?
It's not going to be pretty for them. I just think when you look at just okay, where are the advantages just roster, right? You'd say quarterback. Drake May is probably better than Darnold, but not playing better now.
No.
Right? Offensive line, checkmark Seattle.
Yes.
Wide receivers, tight ends, running back, Seattle. Defensive line, it's, the 2 New England guys are probably better, but the defensive line in Seattle is better as a whole, I think, and linebacker. Seattle is better. Now, coaching, matters here, right? I mean, Vrabel's done this a lot, not in this spot as a head coach, but as a player who's been here before, but so has the Seattle organization, right? Schneider's still there, so I don't know how much that really matters in the end. So I just think Seattle's better. I have 24-13 Seattle. I don't think Patriots are going to score. I don't really see that happening.
No, I'm with you.
They've struggled all postseason against a better defense. Seattle's defense number 1 in the NFL in DVOA. I'm shocked. I've done this all year where I've said about Darnold and maybe Daniel Jones at time, like, when Goodell is up at the podium with that trophy, like, close your eyes. Is he handing it to Sam Darnold? Like, I think so. Which is like a wild thing to say, even just a year ago.
Yeah, or he's handing it to, like, Dexter Lawrence or something, DeMarcus Lawrence or something like that.
I think we have a chance for, like, a defensive MVP, but in the end, like, Sam Darnold's going to hoist that trophy.
It goes to what, Paul Allen's sister first, right? I think she runs the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it'll go to McDonald, and then it'll go to Sam Darnold. Like, it's going to go like 1, 2, 3, and then maybe the MVP is JSN or Shaheed or Darnold. I mean, it's probably the 3 best options, and that's Seattle wins the Super Bowl, which I mean. Look, it's funny. They were wire to wire the best team in the NFL, right?
Yeah. And I would agree.
I think he just didn't believe it because Darnold turned into a pumpkin way too often. He just didn't. So there's credit for that.
Geoff Schwartz, the voice you hear, Sirius XM Radio. Geoff Schwartz is Smarter Than You podcast. Geoff, appreciate the time, man. We'll get you on around baseball time.
Sounds good, buddy.
Talk some ball, man. Yeah. We got more to come from Radio Row. We'll take a quick break. Cynthia Freeland of the NFL Network